We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB, I heard you rockin' with the team. I heard you rockin' with the team.
We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB, I heard you rockin' with the team. I heard you rockin' with the team. Tune into the podcast.
Serious talks about all laughs. What's good, y'all? I'm Roy.
And it's Jeremiah, and this is We Gotta Do Better. Clearly, you know, we're missing somebody, but he's here with us in spirit.
Our boy, bro.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Brill, of course, you know. He's taking some time, but he'll definitely be back. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Facts, yeah. He'll be back in a jiffy, you know, but show must go on, you know. And today we wanted to talk about choices and decision making.
Yeah, some
And-
good, bad choices, you know. Everybody do them. It's funny because if you think about it, I think you's actually going to take a take on this, you know.
What?
The,
Like choices?
The compound effect.
Oh, well, yeah. Basically,
Mm.
your life is really a compound of the choices that you make.
Nah, seriously.
And there's a book that I read by Darren Hardy. It's called The Compound Effect, actually. And the whole premise of it is that over time, your choices compound to make you who you are, for good or for bad.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you think about it, bro, it's like every little choice you make matters in the grand scheme of things eventually. Like, sometimes, you know, when you watch those shows like Phineas and Ferb and stuff like that, when they had those time travel episodes, and it was like, oh, if you kill this butterfly, you go back into the future, the world's over.
They had a good example of in a book. It was saying, me and you, same age, same job, same everything, but you drink a shot of alcohol extra every day, and I work out extra 15 minutes every day. Over the long term, I'm a compound for the better. You're gonna compound for the worse.
That's true.
So you'll end up gaining 30 pounds over like 3 years or whatever, and I'll end up losing 30 pounds and gaining muscle.
Oh, yeah, you told me. So it's like, I'll be 30 pounds heavier, you'll be 30 pounds
Yeah,
lighter.
and that's just off of one choice that you made.
Yeah, bro, it's funny. 'Cause I kind of like to view life like, you know, it's like you're walking on a path and there's a fork in the road. Like, you know, when you playing those games where it's like you would see basically you gotta go here and then they give you two choices.
Yeah, you gotta make a decision.
Yeah, like
This way or that way.
like you ever go to Dave and Buster's and play that game House of the Dead?
Nah.
Like it's a shooter game. It's like you would shoot.
Oh,
zombies,
I
stuff like that.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know when it's time to make that choice where it's like boom, left. There's a left screen. I said there's a left screen and there's a right screen.
Yeah.
And then you gotta kind of like choose, and it's like that's literally how life be. It's literally you make this choice, two choices given to you. You make this choice, you move further on ahead. There's two choices right here. You make this choice, you move further on ahead. It's just like a tree kind of thing. It's like a branch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a branch is with a branch, and a branch are your decisions.
Mhm.
Because it's like, if you really think about it, when you make a decision, if you chose the latter of the decision that you made, that could have branched out to a whole different like scenario, like time frame, like what's the proper word for it? Like
A whole different outcome.
yeah, whole different. Damn, I'm trying to think of the word. Alternate, like,
Alternate reality.
Yes, there we go. It's a whole different alternate
It's-
reality.
There's a choice. Literally, it could be a life and death situation just off of one choice.
True.
Some people pulling the trigger, they immediately regret doing that,
Yeah,
and that's a choice that was made.
it is a choice. And it reminds me of the movies Final Destination. It's like, remember when they decided to cheat death, and that was a choice they made,
Yeah,
and it led to a series of different outcomes.
different event. Yeah,
So it's really like, because the dude had the flashback, and it was like
he knew what was coming.
he could have died. He could just let everybody die, but he made a decision to like be like, nah, I'm gonna keep people around.
That's almost not really valid for this, only because the outcome is still the same.
No.
Like
It was the
So-
same, but I mean, the end result was
It's all the
death.
same.
Yeah, but the choices, the decisions,
yeah, it was
in it.
He
You know what I'm
had,
saying?
he
'Cause
had, he had prior knowledge, so he was like, I'm gonna make a different choice
Yeah,
for a different
yeah,
outcome, which
yeah.
it did have a different outcome
yeah, instead of down by a plane,
at that moment. At that moment, it was a different outcome, but
instead of down by a plane, you got hit by a log.
yeah, basically.
So kind of definitely did that.
And and for the compound effect, how that's working is like failure and success is all on them, like the choices that you make. Really, failure, you didn't fail because of one thing you did. You failed because of multiple things. Like Jim Rohn, he'll say like failure is a few what is it? A lapse in judgment
Yeah.
every day, compounded. So basically, if
Oh yeah.
if every
yeah,
day
yeah.
you just have a lapse in judgment, at the end of 5 years, at the end of 10 years, if you're making a lapse in judgment every day,
Yeah, that's actually beast.
You're
If you
gonna
think
be-
about it.
but then again, success is going to be a few smart choices done right every day. Like you just make a couple right decisions every day. And you're gonna be successful.
Nah, seriously.
And that's literally as simple and plain, just like that. And when you put in that perspective, you like, yo, damn, people out here been having lapse in judgment for 5 years, 10 years, their whole
That's-
life,
that's
20 years, they
very
had
tough.
a lapse in judgment.
Yo, what was that thing we used to say? Like we've been in tune for a minute. Like I think it was freshman year in college, senior year in high school. Actually, kind of. We used to say like when you do the same thing, you expect different results. It's
Yeah,
insanity.
as you really insane when you keep making the same bad choices. But also, the thing is, if you're not conscious of the choices you're making, you actually you're running on autopilot. So it's like habitual.
Yeah.
So now your habit is just pushing whatever.
Where did we see that? It was I forgot. I can't remember the exact reference, but it was like when you subconsciously making compiled decisions, you're definitely moving on autopilot. But when you make the decision to switch that thinking to like, I'm trying to remember.
What are you talking about, bro? Like
it was for the Habits book. There we go.
The Power Habit
Power Habits. There we
by
go.
Charles Duhigg. Go read that if y'all.
Go read it. Just tune in.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
conversation,
that.
but
Taking from that book though, it was talked about how when you when you remove the subconscious behavior and you consciously decide to make the decisions, like your output or your reality actually changes and shifts.
Yeah.
So it's like you're living in a reality based off of the compilation of decisions that you make on a daily basis. You're like, you know.
And if you're not consciously thinking about it, you're moving on autopilot. And some of the choices, you don't even know why you really made it because you didn't put no thought into the choices. Because since you were young, you've been conditioned for certain things.
Yeah, like example, brushing your teeth, taking a shower. We do that subconsciously.
Yeah, we made them choices automatically, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, some people actually don't, which is crazy, but each his own. Is you really make that choice and that decision to just go out there. Well, not go out there. You wake up, you get out your bed, and you go brush your teeth, and that's like a habit and a choice that you make constantly. Because you could easily choose to not do that, and it is the consequences behind it, and which ties into what the next thing we're gonna talk about. The choices that you make always have consequences. Well.
Yeah, your choice. Every choice has a consequence.
Yeah, but I don't want to use the word consequence because I feel like consequence has a negative connotation to it.
Yeah.
So I would say kind of like every choice you make has an outcome. So it's like it can be good or bad kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect of what's going on. Like whatever decision you make, there's something that's gonna happen off of that.
Yeah.
And then off of that decision, now there's another thing that's gonna happen. There's another thing. So back to the working out.
Mm-hmm.
Me working out and you drinking, the ripple effect could be I feel more confident about myself. So now because I'm more confident, I'm more happier.
And I could have a beer belly.
You have a beer.
A little like Thor
So
from
now
the
look,
last Avengers movie.
you get a beer belly.
Yeah.
You and your wife, now you don't feel good about yourself. You start arguing with your wife because you don't feel good about yourself. Now you might get a divorce because now you lashing out on your wife.
Yeah.
Me, I'm feeling more confident. I'm healthier. I might be so productive at my work. I might get a promotion.
Yeah,
And now look,
yeah.
I'm slimmer. I'm happier. I have more income off of the ripple effect of the choices that I was making.
Working out give you more energy. So like,
And you
yeah.
You got bigger, got unhealthier. Your marriage is on the fence. It's rocky, and you're not happy.
Shambles, exactly.
And that's the ripple effect. People don't even see the ripple effect. So
a lot of people don't, because people are too like they stare in the hindsight. They're not really looking deep and thinking of the bigger picture.
and that's when they start to be like, why is everything going wrong? But that is why.
Yeah, bro. If you think about it,
You're making lapse in judgment
exactly
made every single day, and that's gonna lead you to.
Here's another example. Like this is something that everybody can relate to, right? Here we go. I can personally attest to this too. This is the simple decisions in life that has long-term effects on us, right? When you go to sleep and you got to wake up for work and that alarm goes off, that right then and there is that decision. It's either you're going to wake up or you're going to hit snooze. When you hit snooze, what usually happens, which happens to a lot of people, they hit snooze and they don't wake up for the snooze alarm. They wake up 10 minutes after the snooze alarm goes off.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So now that you made that decision, now you're gonna be late for school. Not even that. Before we even get to that, you made that decision. Now you're frantic because you're late. Now you're frantic.
Yeah, that's the ripple effect.
Now that now it starts to compile. Now you're frantic. You're trying to figure out. Oh, damn, I'm late for school. Damn, I'm late. You probably forget to brush your teeth now. That's tough though. If you forget to brush your teeth, that's tough. But yeah, now say this guy forgets to brush his teeth now. Now he ain't brushed his teeth. This is another side effect of waking up late.
Yeah.
So now he running out the crib. He done barely got himself ready, barely bathed, clothes all over the place. Bag is messed up because you're rushing now because of that previous decision you made to wake up late. And by you making that decision, now it's a snowball of just negativity, snowfall of problems and stuff like that. So it's like now if you decided that same instant the alarm went off, you didn't hit snooze, you wake up. Now you wake up, you probably gonna sit on the side of your bed for like 5 minutes. We all do. You know that 5 minutes.
But now you prep, you ready for the day.
You prep, you ready for the day. Now you're gonna brush your teeth. You're not gonna forget to brush your teeth.
Like to piggyback off of like pressing the snooze button.
Yeah.
Like a problem with that is actually pressing the snooze button. It may be okay the first time. Because you made that exception that one time, that choice to press that snooze button that one time. Now the next time, now you pushing your limits. Oh, I can press the snooze button again.
I'll be honest, I'm guilty of doing that. Again. I'm very guilty.
A choice could actually derail you off of something that you off of your normal schedule. One exception. That's why exceptions.
You gotta be very careful with exceptions. You give an inch, you take a mile. Yeah. Usually,
everyone does that. And
I'll be honest, bro. I'm very guilty of the snooze button situation.
I could chance it again.
And it's
like playing with fire.
So here's the thing: when you make decisions to combat the decisions that you already make, I'm inclined to press the snooze button. I'm not gonna lie. I'm inclined to do, bro.
Yeah, that's a part
of the first alarm. That's a part of my habit. The first alarm is to get me out of my deep sleep. The snooze is to make sure I'm up. I'm grieving. I want to sleep.
After the snooze button, after you press the snooze button, go back to sleep. You actually feel worse than actually just getting up.
Yo,
that's actually a scientific fact.
Yeah,
that when you press the snooze button, you don't get REM sleep, which is refreshing.
What you need, yeah.
So you actually make yourself more tired by making that decision to just.
You hate to see it. We learn something every day, but it's crazy. Cause dad was doing that. So this is how I defeated that. I gotta wake up at 7:30. I set my alarm for 7:20 because I know that snooze gonna hit at 7:28. So that way I'm already 2 minutes ahead of time. Right, I'm winning.
Okay. Like, I think
you gotta figure out. You gotta know yourself.
I see how that's valid.
It's to the point where
you know yourself, so you decided to be proactive.
It got to a point, bro, where it was bad, and this is where it comes to decision. I made that decision, but it was like, I'll be honest. There was a point I had a clock alarm for 7 a.m., 7:15, 7:30. I need to be up by 7:30. But all these alarms was prepping me because I know me, bro. The first alarm, the first sound I hear when I wake up, I don't want to wake up to that, bro. I don't. I'm just like, nah, I'm good off of you. I'm just gonna push that button. I'm going back to sleep, bro. Yeah. Like, you woke me up. That was just to make sure that I'm not drooling. But it's funny. I put the 7 o'clock alarm because I had a situation where I pushed the snooze button and I snoozed. I woke up an hour after the snooze alarm. And it was a bad day. It was a ripple effect of that poor decision I made.
Yeah.
So it was like,
moral of the story, yo, don't press the snooze button.
Don't press that snooze.
Get the hell up.
Get up.
And go do what you got to do. Go win the day.
Go win the. Also, you did tell me a minute ago about, remember, I forgot you read something about that snooze button thing. Like when you don't push the snooze button, you push the end button to wake up. You already started winning.
Oh, you already winning. You started your day, like when you wake up and you make your bed, you started your day with a win.
Yeah,
that's already a good decision. You're already feeling good. Yeah. And when you press the snooze button, you saying, yo, my future could wait. Like, You know, that's a decision. That's the.
True.
It's not even about the process of pressing the button. It's actually choosing on how you want to wake up. If you wake up like, yo, you could choose. You choose your attitude. I choose to, when that alarm go off, get up. But yeah, again, it's just the choice.
That's what you want to talk about.
Yeah, to me, it's like the big decisions and big choices are not what make or break you. Like there's a saying that like, yo, elephants don't bite. You know what bites you? Them little annoying mosquitoes and gnats. That's what bites you. A big elephant, which would be a situation in your life, that's not what's gonna bite you. It's them little tiny things that's gonna end up really biting you and hurting you and hindering whatever you got going on.
Yeah, I was. That's true because I was listening to something like I think this past weekend, and they was talking about how usually when a person is doing something, what's usually the downfall is not that event that happens. You know that certain event that causes the downfall.
The big thing,
The
the tipping point. The
tipping point, yeah. So it's like the tipping point is usually never the reason for the downfall. It's
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Exactly.
It was the accumulation.
It's the accumulation of everything going on. You constantly, like, you know, all those little things. And then also, I was watching something about business, and they were talking about how people, when they dealing with business and stuff like that, when you don't pay attention to those little details and you complain about your failure, the only reason you're complaining about your failure is because you're not paying attention to the details that would set you up for success. So it's like in life,
the little things matter.
Everything, all the little things matter.
Like the little things that will bite you, and the little things are the things that actually do matter. How you do anything is how you do everything.
How you do anything is
how you do everything. If you're choosing to overlook the small things, you gonna overlook the big things too, because you're not even taking the time to process like what you're doing right there.
Exactly. So as far as decision making, are there any choices that you made that you decided that you regretted?
I'm trying to think some decisions or some choices I made that I regret. I feel like everyone does have those things that they wish they could have went back and done better, done differently.
Yeah.
It's like after you make the decisions, you know the effect, and you like, damn, looking back, I definitely wouldn't have done that, or I wouldn't have wasted that much time.
Yeah.
But then there's things that I guess I regret. But then you always thinking like, nah.
You got an example?
Let's see. What do I regret? Oh, I guess, bro. Freshman year in college, the whole chemistry thing, like field chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Me not doing what I had to do when I was a freshman in college lingered so long to after I graduated from Cortland that I had to apply for grad school. I still had to, after I graduated, I had to go.
Oh, yeah, you gotta run that back.
What you mean?
You had to do the chemistry. Like,
oh, yeah. Mind you, I ran it back a couple times, but it was also my choice to not put my best foot forward, I should say. Or I could have tried harder, but I wasn't. So a C plus, like that wasn't good for me. But I did C work. And
yeah. So
if I would have chose to do better and focus up and not do certain things, whether it's not go out and hang out with my friends or whatever, that one choice to take that more serious and get the A in the class, or at least the B plus or whatever, that boosts my GPA. So now when I apply to grad school, for one, I don't have to waste a extra semester to apply to grad school. It doesn't take time off of my plan. Yeah. But me not handling that when I was a freshman happens after I get my diploma, and now I graduated. Now I still got to take an extra class, like an extra chemistry class. So then it's like, yo, I do regret that. But then now, where I'm at right now, you know how people say, nah, you had to do certain things to get to where you at. I don't really regret it, because if I didn't have to do that extra year, or not extra year, but like them extra semesters and in search of for grad school, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So now, even though
That's very true.
Yeah, so it's like even though I'm still waiting on grad school for for like physical therapy and things like that. But right now I enter the journey of like getting into the teaching realm, getting into the education realm.
Yeah, no,
That landed me in the spot of being in schools to where now I teach at a junior high school. I wouldn't have been. I definitely wouldn't have been in the position in the position I'm in right now if I was in.
That's the beauty of life. It's literally like, I was thinking about it when I was driving with my little brother. I was like, yo, it's crazy. Like, you think your purpose is what you're doing in that exact moment, but in reality, when I went to Jack, I thought the purpose of me going to Jack was like, go play football. That was like what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
In reality, it could have been, so I could meet you. Or like, I could meet Brill. I could meet, yeah,
Yeah, so how you really going to be mad at some of the decisions you made? Because it
could
put you where you was
put
at.
you where you want to be at, exactly.
Or put you where you need to be at. You never.
Exactly.
That's when you like, yo. Like,
it's funny.
Maybe.
In life, bro, think about it. In life, you're not always going to be where you want to be, but you're going to be where you need to be.
Yeah.
So, I could actually talk about decisions that I made that I kind of regretted. It's funny, unlike yours, there's no long-term, this is why. To this day, I'm just like, I should have listened. So, when we was at Jack, it was, what was it? It was, where were we in? We were in camp. And I used to ride my bike to practice. So, coach was like, I'm not going to say which coach it was. Coach was like, I put the bike in the bathroom, right? He was like, don't put the bike in the bathroom, put it on the gate.
Someone stole it.
I made the decision to listen to him and be like, yeah, I'm putting it on the gate. I knew in my heart that was a bad choice, but I made the choice anyway. I should have never listened to him.
Uh-huh.
I should have just been like, no, and just leave it in the bathroom. Guess what? I put it on the gate and somebody stole it. I didn't even see who.
They booked your bike.
Booked my bike.
That's tough.
Bro. It was so tough.
So I'm like, we laughing at. I don't think that's like a major regret though. Like it's
Nah,
funny. Like, you
was
obviously
regret.
do something different. But it's not like a major.
It was definitely a major regret. I'm gonna tell you why. I wasn't riding my bike to practice no more. I was walking. I was taking a bus. Bro, I was on bike 15 minutes. I was getting a workout. It was Gucci.
That's actually funny.
I had so much regret, and it was what made it worse. It was my best friend's bike. It wasn't even my bike. It was my best friend's bike.
Oh, so you had to explain, what happened to the bike?
I explained it, and he understood.
Said, run me my money. You had to pay me.
Nah.
It was just
Shout out to Anthony. Nah, good heart. Nah,
that's
none of that.
right
It was on some like,
right there.
he understood what was going on. He's just like, because he actually gave me the bike. It was like, because he had extra one.
Okay,
so he was like, and we used to ride, this is like high school. So like, we used to ride around the hood when like bikes were.
Yeah.
I'm talking
and now you use bikeless because you decided to.
I decided to make that decision.
Maybe
going against my better judgment, knowing damn well that you leave your bike on the gate, that bike is liable to get taken off the gate. So,
like, to also piggyback on what basically what we're saying, like you end up at looking back at the decision and like maybe you don't regret it. There's this poem that I read in college and I still remember. It's called The Road Not Taken. Mm-hmm. It's by Robert Frost. I was
about to say, once you said Robert, I don't even know what.
By Robert Frost. And the whole poem was him thinking about the road that he didn't take, the road not taken. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't tell you which one he took. So you have to infer on what he means. Either he regretted the road that he took and he wished he took the road that he didn't take, or he was happy about the road that he took and not thinking about the one that he was looking at. Mm-hmm. And at the end of it, I remember it was saying like with the sigh, he'll think back about the road that he didn't take. Now it could have been a sigh, as in like a, I regret not taking the other road.
Thank God I dodged that.
It's a sigh of relief. Like the road I didn't take.
He tends to twist that. When you said that, kind of reminded me. Remember when Kanye won the Grammys, and then he came up and his speech was, y'all want to know what I was gonna do if I didn't win. He paused, he looked at everybody, held the Grammy up and said, I guess we will never know.
Yeah.
And that was the greatest thing ever, because it's like, that's literally what life is. You make this decision, and then back in your mind, it's like,
you will never really know.
You'll never really know. Maybe in an alternate universe, but
yeah, you literally will never know what your life could have been. Well, you can infer like, oh, maybe this could have happened.
Yeah, but you'll never really know.
Yeah.
Because think about it, bro. It's like chain effects. Like we was talking about earlier, you could have made that decision, and that could influence the outside force to make another decision, which could have brought it back down to Well, you know, bro, you making that simple decision could have been the difference between people dying and you going about your regular day. It's kind of weird. Decision making, you know, we was talking about the short term decision making now. When you talk about making decisions long term and being intentional, you know, people don't make. So, for example, when you make a decision to work for a company, that's not a short term decision as far as you're not thinking on a day to day basis. You're thinking a little more longevity. Like when they offer you a deal or whatever the case, not a deal, but like a package. Most jobs usually they talk on like a annual thing, like on some, oh, if you complete the job for this year, you'll accumulate X amount of money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like you're making the decision to work there for at least a year, because a lot of companies do they do contracts on a year.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let me see, because the way I'm thinking about decision making, decisions are something that you do in the present.
Yeah,
They have. I don't think there's like a long term decision. I'm gonna decide to do this. I guess.
Let me clear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe like goals. I don't know what you mean.
When you make a decision,
There's long term effects of
you
it.
make it. Okay, so you make a decision for a long term effect. Basically, like, you don't make decisions for short term results.
Okay.
Kind of thing. It's
Okay.
like
Okay.
more
There we
so-
go. All right. Now I'm getting what you mean. Like
Yeah, for example, like when you go to the gym, better yet, no, X out the gym. When you go to practice, when we used to play football, when I was running routes, I'm not running routes for that moment. Me running these routes,
You thinking about the
It's for the
end
game.
in mind. Okay.
So,
okay.
you know,
There
it's
we go,
like-
there we go.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so basically it's just deciding what the end in mind. Do people usually, or
Yeah, like a decision is motivated by long term results.
decisions are made about whatever benefits you, whatever you think is the right one at the time.
So,
So-
you don't think decisions could be motivated by long term results?
Yeah, and like if it makes sense to you right now, yes. If you poor and someone offers you a job and you got to work for them for that year, you thinking yes, that makes sense. I'm broke, I need the job, I'm gonna take it. But also it could be you don't know that they basically just they basically underpaying you or something like that. Now you make that same decision, knowing what you know. You like, whoa, that's not worth it. You might not take that job, but because that's the best decision for you right then and there, you don't care. You're gonna take the pay cut because you want the job. You want something. So right there,
Oh, wait. Say that just reminded me. What dudes do in the NBA all the time. Like, there's always a situation where there's a team with a bunch of loaded players, and then what will end up happening is that
someone would take a pay cut just
Somebody
to
take a
get
pay cut.
get another player on the team. Yeah,
to get another player on the team. So it's like, you know,
they thinking long term. They thinking of a chip. They like, you know what? I'll sacrifice the money to go get him on to get a certain player
yep,
to play
go,
with.
to go get him on your team, so you know you could like play with him and stuff like that. So I feel like people do make decisions like motivated with long term goals, and I feel like it's important to make decisions like that and act intentional with your decisions. I feel like you shouldn't be making decisions with no purpose, no vision.
So decisions should have that, but that makes it look that goes into decisions of conscience.
Yeah, decisions should have intention. There you
Yeah.
go. Decisions should have intention.
Where we fall into problems is when there's no thought into our decisions, and that's why we have. If I'm upset at you, and I don't think past this 2 seconds of my anger, and I punch you. Now I started the whole problem because now you gonna punch me. Now we in a fight or whatever, and if we outside, we get arrested. Or I hit you thinking out of anger. I don't know what you about to do. Now you make a crazy decision and you go get a gun.
It's crazy
and now
though.
you go shoot at me.
When you say that, bro, sometimes people make those decisions. Like people,
You think those are
wholeheartedly-
premeditated decisions?
It honestly very depends because
I feel like that's not a common thing. I'm thinking like things like that is on the fly. That you've been programmed wrong, so you're quick to not even think about anything.
Oh yeah,
You just react. You're reacting. So your choices are now primitive.
okay.
It's just on feeling and not on
Acting off
actual.
of solely emotion, not logic.
Yeah. So that's how I would say play that.
I feel like, yeah, but there's some people that like really think these things out, and it's actually crazy. Like they really
like premeditated murder.
J. Cole got a song like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Premeditated murder.
but yeah, it's definitely people that really think like that, but they're acting with intention, but
They're thinking
not thinking longevity. There's no longevity in the thought process right there. It's just more so, I have these intentions of malice. I have these intentions to carry out this act, but I'm not thinking about the side effect or what I got to deal with after that.
I don't know, bro. That's what now you say that, like, bro, mass shooters, like what goes on in their mind? What are they really thinking about?
Let's ask one. Not playing.
Nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to talk to them dudes.
Like this,
I'm praying for them.
They made a choice, but how you saying it's premeditated?
It's
so
premeditated, bro.
It's clearly it's premeditated.
Think about it, bro.
Like something snaps in them,
like,
and now they're like, "Yo, I'm going to start killing people."
Do you remember that situation? I think it was probably, time is flying, so it's probably been 3 years in Florida. That shooting with the ex-military dude, he came with a few assault weapons.
Bro, there's a lot of mass shootings.
And it's
bro.
like,
there was just one, the Asian hate.
Oh yeah.
We had the Sandy Hook thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot
it's
of
crazy because when you look at these mass shootings, most of the time, these dudes have a background of violence as far as like consuming violence.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times, like they do background checks with these dudes. They have history of like looking into violent things, like purchasing weapons or like talking about weapons and stuff like that. And it's like when they commit these crimes, they don't have one gun on them. It's usually assault, a handgun, and something else for once they run out of everything else.
Mm.
So it's like we can't say that's a spur of the moment thing, because that's preparation.
That get into like something. There's clearly a disconnect in your brain though. Like something is not right.
I mean, yeah, bro.
That's
for you to go in and open fire on people that aren't doing nothing for you. There's just no rationality. You're not really thinking about. I can't even say they're not thinking about it. They just don't care. Because there's thought. Like
thought, but
because you can't.
It's clearly, bro. There's. I don't know. To me, that there gotta be like something psychological.
It's crazy how we both scratch our heads, like that's just
you cannot be in the right state of mind if you doing a mass shooting.
Absolutely,
something there gotta be a chemical imbalance, an emotional imbalance. Something ain't right with you, with your spirit that you would do that. That's, I don't know. Like just like killing yourself. That's a decision. For people people want to kill themselves, right?
Yeah, that's actually kind of.
When someone, that's like the ultimate decision that they think they have power, bro. A lot of times, the people that survive suicide attempts, as soon as they make that decision to kill themselves, they say, "Yo, I immediately regretted that decision." The ones that survived. Some people say, "Oh, damn, I woke up," but more times out of like more
that's
times than
so
not,
tough.
is like when they make that decision to take their own life and they survive. They said they immediately regret it. So like someone that hung himself and then like they actually was like, oh hell no, like hell, what am I doing? I didn't really want to do this. I want to live. I want air.
Naturally, we want to live.
Yeah,
bro. You get thrown in water, you gonna breathe.
But
the minute you get thrown in water, you looking for the air.
Yeah,
your body.
Oh, okay. Look, so that actually perfectly segues into like. So do. That person, like someone that wants to kill himself, that wants to harm himself, they would blame the world on that decision that they made. Do you think it's valid for people to blame other people on the choices that they made?
No.
Or do you blame some people for the choices that you made?
No. The way I see it with life, it's not a clear-cut thing. They can definitely influence the decision, but for them to blatantly blame at the end of the day, you're the one that took that decision, you're the one that made that action. So I don't feel like you can sit here and be like, oh yeah,
like, yo, they made me do it.
Yeah, no,
like,
at the end of the day, you have to control your actual physical body to take these actions and do that. So I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh yeah,
So the blame is always on the person that made the decision, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I-
it is.
I
It is. It
I
is.
agree.
It is. But it's. I don't want to say that clear cut wholeheartedly. Oh yeah, it's your fault 1,000%. I mean, it is technically. Actually, hold on, it is. But I feel like you are definitely at the control of your own decisions, but there are definitely influencing factors that can play a role that can easily guide you to that latter decision.
Mm.
If you know what I'm saying. So I feel like,
But I'm gonna say is all the responsibility is on you to make a decision, regardless, because you chose to listen to that person. You chose to have that person influence you.
yeah,
You wanna say no? Maybe.
kind of, sort of. And it's like, I wouldn't really sit here and be like, it's a.
All right, look. If you're clowning me right now and you's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, bro, just go out there, go streaking, right? Go streaking. Now I go
Yeah.
take off all my clothes and I go run in the street. Who to blame? You influenced me. Y'all, yeah, like you and a group of people are pressuring me to do whatever I'm doing. Who's to blame? Y'all influencing me, but I go do it. I get in trouble. The cops get me for public indecency.
So watch this. Who's the one that's getting the charge?
Me.
Therefore, you're the one liable for your actions.
Yeah, no. I agree with that.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I'm saying, I 100% say that for regardless of the influence, bro, you made that decision. You made that cognitive decision, like, yo, I feel so strongly about whatever you're talking about that now I'm making a decision to, yes, I'm gonna go through with that. Because to me, if you're thinking long term and not short term, you're like, yo, that's not right. I'm not doing that. Why the hell would I go outside butt naked? I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
But if you guys are clowning me, I could be like, bro, I don't care. If y'all can laugh all y'all want. I'm not doing that, bro. Y'all bugging out.
Exactly.
So I choose to not let the clowning of me, the embarrassment of me, to make me go to that point. I care more about myself than I care about y'all laughing at me.
But see, that also takes a
choice.
higher level of self-love and self-understanding. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
they're prone to getting influenced.
Yes.
Which then makes them
Play
make
the victim,
make bad decisions.
make the bad decisions. So at the end of the day, wholeheartedly, they're the ones that are in control of the bad decision making and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the outside factors that, like, play a role. So at the end of the day, the decisions you make are yours to make.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, you have to be the one to actually make those decisions. But the influential factor definitely does play a role.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, I wouldn't. I feel like you still have to hold them accountable. But it wouldn't just be because, for example, when like people get indicted, a whole group of people get indicted.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get the murder charge, and other people get the conspiracy to the charge. You know what I'm saying? So,
because technically there are more people. Yeah, there's people other
conspiring. So there's people that are actually like
you played a role
pulling the strings
in this crime. Yeah,
throwing the wood into the fire. So they're
legally, there's multiple people to blame for certain things.
Yeah,
but when it comes down to it,
to that individual decision,
that choice was made by
you, and it's your fault only.
You and one person, yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people don't like to accept that, but at the end of the day,
bro, you gotta take responsibility. You gotta take 100% accountability for whatever choices you've made in the past or that you're gonna move forward making. Like, you gotta own that. You gotta take the time to think about the things that you do on a daily basis. Because again, how we said, a lack of judgment every day, that's gonna lead you to failure.
Yeah, lack of judgment.
But a few smart choices every day, that'll lead you to success.
Yeah.
Stop.
And then when you I'm gonna bring it back to the habits real quick. In the book, it said it was like, if you make one change, take the decision, you make one change, just one, it could compile into a whole different situation going on
Yeah, you have to replace the old habit
with a better habit.
With the new habit, because it's like the habit loop.
Exactly.
There's gonna be a stimulus, then there's gonna be the routine, and then the reward. You can still get the same reward off the stimulus, but you gotta change the routine. If I see some candy, my habit is to I'm gonna go get the candy. The reward is like, I feel good. I feel good about myself. Like I got my dopamine.
Yeah.
You change the routine, which is you see the candy. Every time you see a candy, nope, I'm gonna go do some push-ups right then and there when I see some candy, or I get the craving. Then now the same reward is feeling good because I did some exercise real quick.
Yeah, you have your muscle head.
Or because that's just an example because off the top. Or when you get hungry, instead of getting that donut, you
go for the salad.
Go for the salad, or you go for the apple.
Go for the apple.
You get an apple instead of a donut. You still get that same.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's not
ate.
related. I'm thinking about it, bro.
What?
Like, I don't even like apples like that. Like, I just thought about when you like, you take an apple. I'm like,
an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I like apples.
Is that the saying? Is that a real saying?
That's but that's true though. An apple a day will keep the doctor away.
Unless you get hit by a bus, that you still go.
That's tough. Bro, when it come down to it, everything in life came down to a decision, and our life is an accumulation of the decisions that we made.
Absolutely. Wait. Let's talk about a good decision though. We're gonna end it on this note though. Like, let's talk about a good decision. We decided to do this podcast. We was just like, somebody, you know what? We're gonna do this.
But it wasn't one decision. You know what it was?
It was a compilation of decisions.
It was a lot of smart decisions made every day, and now we succeed, and now we winning. That's how you win.
And now we gotta do better.
That's a fact. And like to emphasize, to drive the point that you were basically making earlier, was that we do have to consciously be aware of the decision that we make, and we have to think long term, not just short term. Because we don't want to get to wherever the destination that we at and look back and regret, yo, damn, I wish I could have did this differently. Or, damn, I'm out of time now. I'm 80 years old and I didn't even live my life. I was making bad decisions my whole life. So we got to stop the spur of the moment decisions.
So, more of the story, make decisions with intent and purpose.
Yeah.
So that, decisions. We could do better. We got to start with us. We got to start doing better.
We got to do better.
I'm doing better because we got to do better.
Facts. This is episode number 17.
17. We'll see y'all later.
Yes, sir. We see y'all. We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB.